Alright, very good morning everyone. So we are going to quickly discuss for 15 minutes. I have my fellow coaches over here. They have few questions regarding gut health and miscellaneous questions as well. So we will quickly address this, and I wanted to go live so that you guys can also get your questions answered if you have these same questions. Alright, let's see if someone is joining in the next 30 seconds, else we just get right into it. Ajay has joined. Good morning, Ajay. Alright, by the way, you guys can say hi. Say hi to my fellow coaches. Rishikesh.
Hello.
Swapnil.
Yes.
Gangsters of Anytime Fitness. Right. Just this. Okay. One of my clients, she suffered from gut health issues. Alright. So let's get right into the topic. Gut health. Now, whenever someone has gut health problems, okay, sometimes it is from childhood, sometimes they just start getting gut health problems, okay. Whenever you go to a doctor for gut related problems, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, all of that, and you have been having repeated episodes of all of this, the doctor is just going to label everything under the term as IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Whatever gut related problem, this is an umbrella term. He'll label that you have IBS problems, IBS A, B, C, whatever they want to name it, but essentially it is a gut related problem. Now it is multifactorial. The first thing is because of your lifestyle. Okay, that is a very big thing. I'll quickly go through what are the main factors, and then I'll quickly dive into the factors as well. By the way, I can open my Instagram here as well and watch the questions here so that I don't have to strain my eyes all the way there. Right? Can I join like this? Let me see. I can see the elements. Okay, that is a very big thing. I'll quickly go through what are the main factors and go ahead and quickly dive. Perfect. We can see the questions here. Amazing. Right. So lifestyle. Second thing is your nutrition. Third thing is your mental health. Right. So in lifestyle, we need to see how physically active you are. Okay. If your physical activity levels are not great, if your body composition is not great, or if it was fine now, your body composition is not that great. Okay. So it is going to be impacted. So the amount of activities that you have, the amount of activity levels that you have in a day, that is important. The second thing would be, do you exercise? If you do, how consistent you are with that. That and the mental health is kind of linked. That is that. Other than that, how good you sleep? What are the meal timings that you are following? Are your meal timings very erratic? Is it fixed? All of this matters in lifestyle. Plus, there's a lot of things that we have to go on a case by case basis as well. Okay? So that's lifestyle. Second thing is nutrition. Okay. Now, a lot of times what happens is you will find yourself consuming food products that are quote unquote unhealthy. That will have a huge impact on your gut microbiome. And we have research on this as well, that if you keep on introducing foods in your diet, keep on consuming foods that are not healthy, that they will be causing a problem on your gut level. Okay. Also, if you have bad habits, now nutrition, and this comes under nutritional lifestyle. If you have bad habits like drinking, if someone is drinking, someone has an alcohol problem, then yes, that is also a very major factor in in this problem, and we have quite some research on that. If your alcohol consumption is there, if there is presence of alcohol consumption, we have seen leaky gut problems, gut lining getting damaged, all of the above. So nutrition, you need to make sure that overall, not just for your gut, your nutrition is pristine, your nutrition is on point. This is not just about gut. You have to also consider the fact that if one problem is stacking, that is the gut, you will also have other problems coming up. Okay? So, gut problem to chalu ho gaya, but at the same time, your nutrition is not on point, your lifestyle is not on point, your body composition is not on point. You are soon going to have cholesterol problems. You're soon going to have blood sugar level problems. You're soon going to have hypertension problems. All of this will start. And if you combine everything, the gut with all of these problems, fixing these medical problems become very. We are back. Okay, so the connection is right. Prati Balaji has joined. What's up, bro? Alright. So good morning again, everyone. My Instagram says your daily limit for 15 minutes is up. Okay. Cool. So nutrition, that was regarding nutrition. I'm briefly touching this topic because we only have 15 minutes and I have to address other questions as well. So the third thing that is there is your mental health. So there's something called as the gut-brain barrier. Okay? Your gut and your brain somehow is linked. Let's just keep it simple like that. So if your mental health is disturbed, your gut health will be disturbed, and vice versa. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you're mentally not healthy, if you have anxiety problems, if you have depression-like symptoms, if you're sad more often than not, alright, you will see bloating, food not getting absorbed correctly, bowel movements are not clear, all of these problems are linked. So if you want to improve your mental health, there's a very simple process on that. Sometimes it is not simple, sometimes, or rather most of the times it is simple. Eat well, exercise, move around, socialize. These are the vague terms. But sometimes depression, anxiety and mental health problems are not that simple. And that's why we will see that people with IBS, if you give them, doctors sometimes prescribe antidepressants, and you will see the gut issues are gone. Alright, we have research on this. If you take antidepressants, your overall mental health is great, your gut issues are directly eliminated. So that's a big one. Okay, so again, just to summarize again what we discussed, IBS, whenever you have problems like constipation, diarrhea, all of this, your doctor will label it as IBS. But essentially it means you have a problem related to the gut. Why it happens? Lifestyle, nutrition, okay, and what was the last one? We have mental health. So if you have stress related problems, make sure that you have better stress coping mechanisms. If you have alcohol problems, smoking problem, if you can work on it, great. That is gonna help. Alright, so that was about gut health. Any other questions you guys have for me?
Yeah. कोई clients रहते हैं जिसका issue ये होता है कि बहुत strict diet कर रहे हैं, एक time के बाद weight wastage हो जाता है,
Alright.
और client disappoint हो जाते हैं, तो उसमें plateau hit हो जाता है, तो उस case में क्या है?
Okay, so I think in the yesterday's live session we discussed this as well. So there are two things for this. Whenever someone hits a plateau, okay, you have to see how quickly they are hitting the plateau. So if someone is in a deficit of, let's say, 500 calories and they are losing half a kilo a week, they should be losing half a kilo a week consistently, at least for 1 to 2.5 months.
Okay.
If that is happening, great. If that is not happening and the plateau is happening earlier, जल्दी अगर plateau हो रहा है, तो उसका मतलब ये है कि client झूठ बोल रहा है. And I have worked with a lot of clients in the last 5-6 years. I know clients lie. People lie all the time. People lie all the time. And most often than not, they won't admit that they are cheating. They'll not tell you that they are cheating. Okay? But they know. They have not been honest. They know that 19-20 हो रहा है. According to them, it is 19-20. If I give them a diet of X amount of calories and X amount of foods, according to them, they are following 90% of the diet, and that is how they expect कि okay 90% हमने कर लिया. But they don't understand कि जो 10% का वो एरर कर रहे हैं, 10% का एरर किस प्रकार से हो सकता है? ओके ठीक है, 4 मील्स है, मैंने 4 दिन डाइट किया. ओके, एक दिन मैंने स्टारबक्स में जाके एक कॉफी कंज्यूम कर ली, उससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ेगा, राइट? 4 दिन डाइट किया मैंने. बट दे डोंट रियलाइज दैट अगर 4 दिन में 500 कैलोरीज का डेफिसिट हमने किया है पर डे, विच इज वेरी गुड, 2000 कैलोरीज का नेट हमने क्या किया है, डेफिसिट क्रिएट किया 4 दिन में, 4 दिन के अंदर. तो 2000 के पास 2000 का कोटा आपके पास मिल गया है इन डेफिसिट, -4000 है अभी. बट अभी बिकॉज वो स्टारबक्स वाली कॉफी कैन बी 1000 कैलोरीज, उसके साथ साथ अगर आप कुछ ऐड कर देते हो, मे बी अ सैंडविच, दैट इज अनदर 1000 कैलोरीज, or maybe 1500 calories. Sometimes you can go 2500 calories. I see people having an entire pizza for cheating. And they feel that okay, 4 दिन 4 meals थे, तो 15 meals मैंने सही से किए हैं, बट 16वां मील मैंने पिज्जा खाया और एक कॉफी लिया, उससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ रहा है? According to them, that 10% is that. Alright? And they feel that I am not getting result, I am being consistent, I am being this. But in reality, this is what is happening. But if they were to communicate to the coach that okay, I did cheat, these were the amount of foods that I consumed, then the coach also knows that okay, जितना डेफिसिट था फैक्टर ऑफ हो गया है, अभी क्या करना है? What's the next step? Can we change the macros a little? Okay, now if the client is keeping on breaking out, they are not able to follow the diet, maybe they are not putting in the effort, or maybe the diet in itself is a little too strict for them. So you need to build up on that कि अगर कोई person एकदम से strict diet नहीं follow कर सकता है, तो be a little give them a little variety in that case. In that case, it will help them out and coach them in such a way that whenever they feel like cheating, they have certain things at their disposal to calm down their cravings. For example, if they consume a carbonated drink, okay, tonic water or something like that, okay, and because of that they are feeling satiated and they don't want to cheat. Great. If you feel that they like green tea, you can give them green tea at that particular time. If you feel like they can have black coffee, great, black coffee. If you're feeling that नहीं, fruits ही चाहिए मुझे, sweet की cravings होती है, you can give them 100 calories worth of fruit, 100 grams worth of fruits, and you can just adjust the macros. They'll feel satiated and the cravings will be gone. And also the thing about cravings is, how much time do we have? Okay, another 10 minutes. So the thing about cravings is, it's psychological. अगर मैंने एक डिश इन्वेंट करी है and I name this dish, क्या नाम रखना है डिश का? Tiramisu pancake. Let's just say, okay, everybody is a big fan of tiramisu. Tiramisu pancake is the dish I have made. It is the best dish in the world. I have tasted it. Few people have tasted it. They say that it is the best dish in the world. But आपको उसकी craving नहीं होगी. क्यों नहीं होगी? Because you as an individual have not tasted it yet and you do not remember how it feels like when you eat. What are the chemical reactions that are happening in your body? Your body does not know it. Your mind does not know it. And even if you knew it, okay, if you give, say for example, you tasted it now, you want to have that tiramisu pancake right now. Okay, but if you give it some time, to forget. Your body will forget that experience. Your body will forget how that pancake tastes like. If you give it enough time, a few weeks, your body will forget. And when it forgets, you don't crave things. Now I have been on a diet, I have been on very strict diets in the last 4-5 weeks. Nothing is off. Nothing is off. Everything is planned. I won't get cravings only. Why? Because my body does not remember what it tastes like. My man Kashish has joined. Good morning, Kashish, bro. How are you? Right. So that is about cravings. Okay. Any other questions you guys have? Any other questions?
Okay. Next, बहुत सारे क्लाइंट हैं जैसे मैं भी दोस्त हूँ, नींद के इश्यूज सर्वाइव कर रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा, स्लीप इश्यूज बहुत ज़्यादा है,
Okay.
कि पूरा दिन हेक्टिक वर्क कर रहा हूँ, 10 से 12 घंटा में वर्क कर रहा हूँ, वर्कआउट हो रहा है, डाइट्स हो रहा है, बट नींद बहुत लैक हो रही है। मैंने ऐसा पढ़ा भी है, ये भी है कि 8 घंटा 7 घंटा नींद लेनी चाहिए, तब रिकवरी होगी। या सबके लिए नींद की स्लीपिंग साइकिल सेम है या हर एक पर्सन की अलग अलग है, डिफरेंट है?
लैक हो रही इन व्हाट सेंस?
मुझे ये लग रहा है कि मेरी नींद कम हो रही है, क्योंकि बताया गया है कि 7 घंटा 8 घंटा लेनी चाहिए, बट मेरी 5 घंटे में 6 घंटे में कंप्लीट हो रही है। इसका मतलब क्या होगा? तो मेरे लिए उतनी स्लीप बेटर है या और भी ज्यादा बेटर है?
Right. So the question, if you guys heard it, I'll put it like this. Sleep is an issue for me. I feel that I am not getting sleep because, quote unquote, you need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This is the question. So am I getting enough sleep or not? So before we ask this question, you need to ask yourself that, do I feel or do I see any symptoms of under recovery? Do I feel stressed? Do I feel that I have underslept or the quality of my sleep was not enough for me to work properly or function properly? So that is where we start. So in your case, is it the same thing? Do you feel, आपको लगता है कि रिकवरी हुई है आपकी या नहीं हुई, ऐसा कुछ लगता है?
लगता है, बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है कि यार मेरी नींद हुई है, साइकोलॉजी है या बॉडी से ये नहीं पता, क्योंकि साइकोलॉजी चल रहा है माइंड में कि यार नहीं हो रही, मेरी 7 घंटा नींद नहीं हुई है, तो उसका इम्पैक्ट मेरा आगे डेली शेड्यूल पे पड़ रहा है। सेकेंड थिंग कि ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं यार मेरे लिए 5 घंटा या 6 घंटा इनफ है मेरे लिए, नहीं मैं यार पिछले 4-5 साल से इतनी नींद ले रहा हूँ।
See, the thing is, now I see Rishikesh working very hard over here. Okay, so I can see that in his exercise, in his this. I personally don't see any downside, but because you have this idea, people in general have this idea put forward that 7 to 8 hours is the minimum sleep that you need. That is not true. That is incorrect. I earlier used to require 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and it was a mandatory thing. Okay? Now, since my lifestyle and my nutrition is better, I sleep very less, and the quality of my sleep, lifestyle, nutrition, supplementation has increased quite a lot. So I end up sleeping lesser right now these days, even though I'm working far more hours and the activity levels are higher. I still feel recovered. So this idea that I need 7-8 hours, otherwise I'm not going to recover, this is going to have a nocebo effect. Now what is a nocebo effect? अगर मैंने आपको कोई नेगेटिव चीज बताई कि ऋषिकेश, स्वप्निल, आज अगर आप समझो आज क्या है, 14th सितंबर है, मेरे अकॉर्डिंग 14 सितंबर एक बुरा दिन है। अगर आप वो रोड क्रॉस करते हो तो पक्का आपका एक्सीडेंट होगा, एंड आप जाते हो, शायद से आपका इन ऑल लाइकलीहुड एक्सीडेंट होता है, क्योंकि दैट इज इन योर माइंड, एंड योर माइंड इज वेरी पावरफुल, एंड वी हैव सीन दिस इन रिसर्च. वी हैव डेटा दैट शोज दिस. अगर आप आपके माइंड को बताते हो कि ये चीज होने वाली, इट विल हैपन. It has a placebo effect, a good thing, and a negative effect as well. Placebo is good, nocebo is negative. We have seen people So this was the study that was conducted. Okay, I'll briefly give the idea of the study. There were two participants, दो ग्रुप थे.
Okay.
एक ग्रुप को हमने प्लेसिबो दिया था. प्लेसिबो मतलब कुछ नहीं रहता उसमें. ओके, बट उनको बता रहे हम कि आपको दिया है. क्या दिया है? स्टेरॉइड्स दिया है.
ओके.
समझो ऋषिकेश को, मैंने स्वप्निल को स्टेरॉइड दिया है और ऋषिकेश को मैंने प्लेसिबो दिया है. हमने 4 हफ्ते में ये देखा है, मैंने बताया दोनों को कि दोनों को स्टेरॉइड दिया. इन रियलिटी एक ही पर्सन को स्टेरॉइड दिया है, मतलब सिर्फ एक ग्रुप को स्टेरॉइड दिया गया है, एक ग्रुप को नहीं दिया है. तो मैंने 4 हफ्तों में हमने ये नोटिस किया है कि मसल मास जो है, स्ट्रेंथ जो है ना, दोनों में इंक्रीज हुई है. ये कैसे हुआ? दिस इज इन द माइंड. प्लेसिबो, राइट? सो एंड देन व्हाट वी टोल्ड इज, यू नो, अभी जिसको मैंने प्लेसिबो दिया था 4 हफ्ते बाद मैंने क्या बोला? अरे आपको तो कुछ दिया ही नहीं था, ये तो सिर्फ प्लेसिबो था. इनको पता है, जिनको स्टेरॉइड दिया उनको पता है हमने कि यस यू वर गिवन स्टेरॉइड्स. सो द पीपल हु वर गिवन, द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, द ग्रुप that was given steroids, they kept on making progress. But the people who now know that array steroids nahi the, they started seeing decline in the progress that they are making. So what do we understand? We understand the mind is very powerful. Okay? So वो एक बहुत बड़ी चीज हो जाती है.
Last question.
Okay.
सर, इशू ये चीज का होता है कि लोग आजकल इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत सारी चीजें देखते हैं.
Okay.
और वो लाइफस्टाइल फॉलो करने के लिए सोचते हैं.
Right.
सेकंड कि लोगों को लगता है कि ये इन्फ्लुएंसर ने बताया कि ये पीने से मेरा फैट लॉस हो जाएगा, मेरे ये खाने से, ये पीने से मेरा फैटी लिवर कम हो जाएगा, या मेरे ये खाने से मेटाबॉलिज्म हीट हो जाएगा, मेरी एनर्जी लेवल बढ़ जाएगी. सो इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं कि लोग समझते ही नहीं है, लोगों को सिंपल डाइट फॉलो ही नहीं करनी. उनको लगता है कि मैं थोड़ा ये कर लूं तो खुद ही उसमें एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, फिर वर्कआउट्स नहीं होता, लैक होते एक्सरसाइज में, एनर्जी डाउन होता है, ये सब चीजें होती रहती है. और फिर फैट लॉस नहीं होता तो फिर क्लाइंट ये करते हैं कि आप नहीं होगा.
Understood. So this is a very common case. Okay. कि आजकल सभी को शॉर्ट टर्म चाहिए. ओके, दिस आइडिया कि मेरे को 21 दिन में फैट लॉस, बेली कम करना है, रिजल्ट सबको क्विक अच्छे लगते हैं. सो एवरीबॉडी हैज गॉन वेरी लेजी दीस डेज. एवरीबॉडी इज जस्ट वेरी लेजी. दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. एंड द वे यू सेट योर क्लाइंट्स एक्सपेक्टेशंस, या फिर इन जनरल if you're a person who wants to lose fat, to reduce weight, okay, you need to understand that this is a slow process. Okay, now for coaches to make your clients understand that this is a slow process, you need to coach them and keep on setting up their expectations on a very frequent basis. You have to keep on coaching them. You have to brainwash them every single time that they think that they want to try this. Okay, firstly your authority and your frame should be like that the client just does not bring up anything of this nature कि सर मैं ये राइड कर सकता हूँ क्या, सर मैंने ये राइड चालू किया है. ओके, इफ यू आर वर्किंग विथ मी एंड आई एम योर कोच, you will just listen to what I say and you will not bring anything up like this. That is very disrespectful. So this is what you need to understand. If someone is bringing up something like this, you firstly need to demonstrate a little disappointment. Okay, you need to show that disappointment that I am the expert here. Okay, what do you think you are? अपन जब डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, कोई अगर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन देता है डॉक्टर, उसको जाके बोलते हैं क्या सर ये गोलियां मत दो, ये गोलियां दो. Do we do that?
No, कभी नहीं.
We start doing that. What is the doctor going to say? Get out. What the hell? रुको मत इधर, मेरे इधर जाओ, इतना आता है ना आपको, जाओ. नहीं करते. So that is a thing on coaches as well, and that is the thing on client as well, that if they are not taking you seriously, maybe you need to work on the authority part. And for people who want to lose weight and be healthy, Stop this bullshit, okay? Stop it. Okay? ये सारे छोटे छोटे चीजें है ना, आप इतने अगर वेट अपने पुट ऑन कर लिया है, इतने सालों का हेल्थ खराब कर दिया है, कैसा लॉजिक है 1-2 महीने में सब फिक्स होने का? हाँ, अगर आपका 10 किलो वेट ज्यादा है और कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है आपको, श्योर we can fix this in 2 to 3 months. Have that expectations, have clear expectations. Because what is going to happen is, because you have such dramatic expectations, you are going to try things and you are going to fail. Once you fail, you'll be like, gym is not my thing. I am a very special person. My metabolism is, आते ना क्लाइंट बोलते मेरा metabolism तो बहुत slow है. No, nothing. Nobody has a bad metabolism. This is a myth. Someone has a good metabolism, someone has a bad metabolism. If a person, now you guys are almost the same weight, okay? These guys, Rishikesh and Swapnil, they weigh the same, okay? They have kind of similar height, okay? If we put them on the same structure of diet, exercise, and we also look into their lifestyle activities, the amount of activity levels they are doing, and everything is same, they both will lose identically. They will transform identically given that small genetic component is removed. That 1% remove all of that. They will lose the same amount of fat, they will build the same amount of muscle. Okay? So this myth of metabolism, मेरा metabolism बहुत कम है. Stop it, okay? You are not special. Okay, you think everybody says these things, कि मैं बहुत special, मेरा बहुत अलग ही है. I am a special snowflake. भगवान ने मेरे को बहुत अलग से बनाया. You are not special, बाबा. You are not sincere. You don't want to follow the diet, and you are just lazy to improve your activity levels. Going to the gym 3 days a week is not good activity levels. If you're just on the bed, on the couch, or if you have a desk job and the entire time you spend is on these places, the only thing that changes other than nutrition and exercise is your activity levels. You underestimate the amount of activity levels you have, and that is the difference that shows. And people say that, Sahil, you have a very great metabolism. My owner also says this, okay, the boss of the gym. He also says this, Sahil, you have a great metabolism. तेरा तो फैट बहुत जल्दी कम हो जाता है, you are always lean. And he says, मेरा तो weight कम ही नहीं होता, मेरा metabolism ही. It is not like that, बाबा. Metabolism ऐसा नहीं होता है, okay? The only thing that is different is you are not disciplined, you are not sincere, and your activity levels are not as high as I have. I do strength training, I am on the feet all the time, doing sessions, I'm lecturing, I'm doing these live sessions. Now we are seated because of the setting, but usually I'm standing. Right? Increase your activity levels. That is how it is. Stick to it, diet, be sincere, and follow your program, whatever coach asks you to do. Okay? Follow this everything, give it good time. Forget this short term में सब fix करना है, नहीं होएगा. And I'll give it to you in writing. Someone has a short term mindset, you will not see him transform. If someone transforms as well, take Herbalife or any kind of fat burning supplements, anything of that nature, they will not be able to keep it off. They will soon lose everything. Because the foundation, you have not developed the skill of being fit and being healthy and being active. It is just not your identity. You have to work on that identity. Another example that I'll give you now. Okay? If I tomorrow get a 10 crore rupee lottery, अगर मेरे को 10 करोड़ रुपए का लॉटरी लग जाता है, ठीक है? We have seen in research people who chance upon money like that, they get bankrupt. Getting money and getting fit easily is not going to solve your problem. It is just how it is. Okay? Because you don't have those skill set. Your identity is not that. You are a person, you are a broke person or a healthy person who in some way lost weight or gained money. You're soon going to lose it because you don't have those qualities you have not developed those habits, those skills. Dieting is a skill, discipline is a skill, being regular to the gym is a skill, consistency is a skill. You have to develop all of that. The same goes with making money. If you want to be better at making money, lottery like है great. But अगर आपको financial knowledge नहीं है, वो skill नहीं है कैसा manage करना, पैसा चला जाएगा, पैसा चला भी जाएगा and you'll be in debt. And that's exactly what's going to happen when you lose weight in a short way. Because फैट लॉस हो गया, उसके साथ साथ बहुत ज्यादा मसल लॉस कर लिया आपने, अभी आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म कम हो गया, अभी एक्चुअली मेटाबॉलिज्म आपका कम हो जाएगा क्योंकि जो मसल था वो चला गया, स्किन लूज है. व्हाट आर यू गोना डू नाउ? सो एवरीथिंग शॉर्ट हैज अ शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन ऑफ स्टेइंग, एवरीथिंग लॉन्ग टर्म विल स्टे लॉन्ग टर्म. जो चीज आसानी से आती है वो आसानी से जाती है, जो चीज को अपने बहुत प्यार से, एफर्ट से, दिल से बनाया है वो टिकेगी. And on this note, we will end today's live session. I have a meeting in 4 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions, we will do this again very soon. Say bye to my fellow coaches, amazing people. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.